Hello guys, welcome back to yet another episode of Content Monsters, and in today's episode we are going to review Jurassic World Dominion, which is the third film in the Jurassic World series and a direct sequel of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which released in 2018. Now, this promises to be the last in the Jurassic World series. There are a couple of things that are unique to this one. This also reunites the original cast of Jurassic Park, which is Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, and Laura Dern, with the Jurassic World cast, which is Bryce Dallas Howard, Chris Pratt, and Devonta Weiss. The other actors featuring in the film are Isabella Sermon, B.D. Wong, Omar Sy, Mamoudou Athie, Scott Hayes, Campbell Scott as the antagonist, Dishan Lashman, Justice Smith, Daniela Pineda, Elva Trail, Varada Sethu, Ben Cook, and Yasmin Bubabid. So in that way, they've tried to get that nostalgia kicking in. But is it that successful maybe as the Spider-Man No Way Home? No, it's not. Because there, when Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come in, there is a kind of emotional catharsis. There is also an emotional closure as far as the two earlier Spider-Mans are involved. There is no such thing happening here. In fact, it almost feels as if Laura Dern and Sam Neill are going through the motions. Jeff Goldblum does have his moments. He has those interesting one-liners which make his character stand out. But mostly it's the characters from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World meeting each other and behaving like fanboys of each other. I know you, I've heard of you, I've read your book, and so on and so forth. And nothing beyond that. So their conversations, their meeting is fairly awkward, and most of it happens only towards the latter part of the second half.
Baby Raptor, I made a promise we would bring her home.
You made a promise to a dinosaur.
Yeah. Why?
So it's not as if they've spent a lot of time together in the film, and definitely, like I said, it's not even close to being as memorable as what the reunion of the three Spider-Mans was. So to that extent, while they've tried something different, they've clearly failed here. The second thing that they've tried to do is answer the question that what if the dinosaurs are so commonplace that meeting them, confronting them is no longer as terrorizing as it used to be. They're just all around you. So this in a sense brings alive a world where dinosaurs and human beings coexist. But like every Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, there has to be a mandatory villain or an antagonist who is running a secret company on a faraway island where he's breeding dinosaurs and many other animals illegally, and that is what happens here also. In fact, the first half of the film is focused on Biosyn, a company which is breeding locusts, and that breeding process has gone wrong, and there is a swarm of huge locusts who are going from field to field and destroying crops all over because Biosyn wants to take advantage of that scarcity of crops, and they want to be the solution provider, that only if you've taken a particular kind of fertilizer from them that the locusts will not attack your field. While this is one track, there is a parallel track where Charlotte Lockwood, who was created as an exact replica of her mother, is being chased by Biosyn because they want to use her DNA to create more such impersonations. Now Charlotte Lockwood is far away in the jungle staying with Chris Pratt's character, and how people from Biosyn kidnap her, and Chris Pratt and his wife now are on a wild goose chase. This wild goose chase involved motorcycle chases a la Jason Bourne, but finally in the second half the attention shifts to the animals breeding in Biosyn, to the dinosaurs and the huge dinosaurs that they have been breeding there. Figure out the problem of the locusts. Sam Neill and Laura Dern land there, and to get their daughter back, Chris Pratt and his wife land there, and that's how all of them meet, and how they crack the mystery of what Biosyn is doing and how it's harming the environment, and how they get their daughter back to solve the mystery of what Biosyn is doing to capture the entire world market as far as crops goes, and to actually figure out what they're doing with so many endangered species, and is what forms the crux of the second half of this film.
What is that?
Biggest carnivore the world has ever seen.
Run!
But overall, I would say the writing is very lackluster. There's nothing new that you see here. And for a film which claims to be a last in the series of the Jurassic World, one would expect a lot more. Or typically like what Avengers Endgame did to that series. But nothing of that sort happens here. The writing is poor. The dialogues are amateurish. The performances are nothing to write home about. You get the feeling that the actors are going through the motions. And also the standard old tropes all come back. Dinosaurs running after people, and they somehow manage to get into a cage or a room, and they close the door and the dinosaur's face bangs against the door. When a couple of guys are running in the jungle and they see such a huge dinosaur, the instant reaction, instead of keeping quiet or shutting up, is one person asking, "Oh my God, who's this?" and the other person responding saying, "This is this T-Rex or that T-Rex, the biggest dinosaur in the world." I mean, this is not a geography lesson that you give each other in a forest when you're right in front of dinosaurs.
Everybody hold on to somebody.
All of this seemed fine when the first Jurassic Park was released, but now it's just the same thing over and over and over again. Or when two dinosaurs are chasing people and you're almost sure those people are going to be killed, you realize that the two dinosaurs are actually fighting against each other because they want to show who's the boss, and they're not interested in hurting the people. Or dinosaurs spewing some ugly liquid on people, or people running and somehow saving their legs or hands or fingers from these dinosaurs. All these tropes have been done and dusted in all those Jurassic Park and Jurassic World films. So even from a perspective of thrill or action or adventure, you don't find anything new here. And that's what really gets your goat as an audience. Also, I feel the time has come to give this brilliant franchise a closure, a logical closure that it deserves. Like I said, when the first film released, which was an all-time classic, directed by the genius himself, Steven Spielberg, there was a lot of freshness to it. Everything, the excitement, the adventure, the thrill got to you. Whether it was the fun moments or the sarcastic one-liners, everything seemed new, seemed fresh. That's not the case anymore. I think the 2018 film, which featured Irfan Khan as well, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, was one of the better sequels that they had come up with. But this, especially so, being the last film, is a huge letdown. And I think, like I said, this entire dinosaur thingy now needs to come to a closure, because I think audiences across generations have seen enough. And while they say that this is the last film in the Jurassic World series, there also is a hint from the studios that this could be the era. This could be the Jurassic World Dominion could be the new era of dinosaurs. So maybe they have something up their sleeve and a new series may be about to begin. But like I said earlier, I think they should just put an end to it and not move any further. My rating for this film would be 4 on 10, and I think that also is primarily because of the nostalgia generated by seeing two sets of actors from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World together. But it's a fairly underwhelming experience. If you've already seen the film, do let us know what you think of the film, whether you agree with our review or not. If you like our review, please do subscribe to our channel and like our video. For many more such reviews, please do keep coming back. We'll see you soon. Thank you.